All right. Hello and welcome to Data Driven Sim Racing. Today I'm pretty excited because last night Automobilista, the group of Automobilista released the LeMans track and a couple of LMDh cars, the hybrid series for the Le Mans Racing Series or World Endurance Series. So I'm very excited to get out on track. It's a brand new track for me, brand new car. It's the Porsche 963, which is right here. This is a beautiful car and quite complex from what I can see on Porsche's website. The stats and the numbers on it are just pretty astounding. I had a chance to try it out a bit earlier just to make sure that Sim Racing Telemetry was able to collect the data that I needed. And no surprise, it's absolutely perfect. It adapts to brand new cars and brand new tracks on the fly, and it collected all the data I needed. So I'm really anxious to get out on track and test it out some more. I did about 2 to 3 laps before in a quick session just to make sure everything worked. I even got some data into Power BI already. And one of the things that you can clearly see as compared to other tracks is just the huge straights. It has the 3 really long straights on the back end. And as compared to, let's say, another track. So here's a session I did yesterday in a Porsche 911 GT3, and you can clearly see there's some straights here. However, not as long as the Le Mans ones. So they're quite scary. From the initial feedback that I got, they're quite scary straights because they come to an end very abruptly in the chicane. But it's all really exciting, and I'm anxious to get back out there. So I'm going to start up Sim Racing Telemetry, which is our step 1. I'm going to head into Automobilista 2 and record a new session. And we're starting there. And let's switch over to our game. So here we just have a standard test day. We're going to run a couple laps, maybe 5 or 6 laps, just getting used to the car again, making sure that we remember all our braking points, or try to anyway. And then we'll hop into probably a 15-minute race or so. That'll give us time to run the full 24 hours. So hopefully I'll get a race in before I get tired of possibly missing some braking points or crashing. We'll see how that goes. All right. Let's just make sure of a couple things here. Yep, we are good to go. All right, let's try it out. Let's put on some gloves. The sound of this car is just it's pretty awesome. Considering I've had only electric cars for the last couple of years, I'm used to the electric motors whining when you accelerate pretty hard, but this mixed with the brutal sound of the V8 that it has is pretty awesome. All right, let's get out and see how it goes.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
So one thing I do have enabled here,
we need to get some heat
although I don't have my racing light on because I prefer to race without it, I do have the turn indicators, which in Automobilista is a feature. It's kind of like pace notes, like a silent pace notes. And because I'm on a brand new track, I at least need that. I don't very much like the racing line because it forces you to kind of focus on that line and possibly not take the best line for the moment, but the pace notes aren't bad at all. Yes, that engine sound is just crazy. That was a terrible line through there. Still trying to get used to this track as much as I can, but it's kind of tough. That electric motors, the whining is just insane. Almost lost it there. Nope, nope. So each lap is about 3 minutes, 40 something seconds. So these are really long laps. Which is painful if you like invalidate your lap. Because then you have to wait an entire 3 minutes to start again. him stick like that. It's painful. Ooh, almost lost it there. The crazy part about this track, I think, is the pit. The pit entrance is just wild. Right after a chicane, just a sudden right-hander. And there's our lap. That's invalidated.
Mind these track limits, please,
Yes,
Andreas.
yes, thank you. So this, if you invalidate it at the very beginning, there's your lap. And you gotta spend 3 minutes going through the course and trying again. It's kind of a very long 3.5-minute walk of shame. What was that? Yeah. Suddenly trying to change my line and we're off the track. Let me just take it easy for the rest of this lap here. Although it would be in my best interest to practice as much as possible, I think I'm kind of off my game on this lap. Hey, we're just gonna take it easy, or try to. I'm gonna try again for this lap here. We're gonna do one more lap, and then we'll take a look at the data in Power BI, and then try to do a race. Too much curb. And that was horribly slow.
Sector 1 time is good.
It's good to know. The rest is poor, I'm sure, but at least we got Sector 1. Corner's so deceiving.
Brakes are starting to overheat. Your front brakes are getting a bit hot.
Yep, that sounds about right. Thanks, Jim. What was that? Okay, I think we got a successful lap there.
The lap time was
So let's go back and check out this pit situation.
Lap in this session.
I'm trying to, and I know it's gonna look really weird, and I'm just driving backwards here, but I don't want to spend 3.5 minutes driving the right way around just to try to see if I can get a good reading on the pit situation. But let's take a look at that. You're coming out of, let's see if we can turn around again. Yep, maybe not hit the barriers. That would be good. Okay, let's try that again. you're coming out of this chicane. You're going into this one. That's not the pit. What is the pit is you're trying to make it through this chicane and then suddenly you just have to bear a huge right again. I mean, that's bananas. Let's try that out at full speed, or as speedy as I'll get. Let's go back a few corners. Here, let's turn around safely. Luckily, there's no other cars on the track, so I can do whatever I want, including hit that barrier. Okay, so this is a second gear corner here. Now this is a first gear corner. Try to make it through here and just, wow. I mean, is that not the pit entrance?
Watch your
This is
speed
the
limit
pit
in the
entrance.
pits.
That's just stressful. I don't know how I'm going to be able to pit during this race. But we shall give it a try. No repairs, just fuel. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill our session here after we pit. Alright, we are done. We'll return to the pit box. We will exit. And let's head over to Sim Racing Telemetry. Looks like we got some data, and that's good. We'll hit stop, and then we'll check out our session. Got 2 good laps in, it seems, because the second one got invalidated. We do remember that right at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and export this data over. I'll hit the button on the top right here, export to CSV. And then we'll wait for the prompt. And we'll save it as a prior session that I have here, AMS2 LeMans Porsche 963. And that's today. We'll call this one Hot Laps. Okay. So we got our session. Now we're going to head into Power BI and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to save this as something else because we don't want to trash it. We'll save this as Hot Laps. And then we're going to head into the data pane, right click on our primary data source, hit edit query. And then we're going to change to source and we'll input our brand new one. I think we just called it the same exact thing, just Hot Laps. Let's see if that works. To check if it works, you just hit the checkbox right here. And if the data loads, then you're okay. Then we're going to hit close and apply. And we should only see about 3 or 4 laps here, maybe 3. Looks like it's loading. All right, so we have our 4 laps. This 222 lap, that's not a real lap. That's the one where we circled back and try to check out the pit stops. So the only ones I want to pay attention to are laps 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to check lap 1, lap 2, and lap 3 here. And we can see that our slowest time was the 347 in the middle, but that was an invalid lap anyway. Our fastest time was the 342. And again, throughout the entire race, you can see, or the entire session, you can see these really long straights, just quite a long distance here. And those are the 3 straights on the backside of the circuit. I'm going to remove lap 2 by just checking or clicking the 2 number. And this will only bring us back our valid laps. So those are the ones we want to check. And then we can see all sorts of other measures like the brake and throttle, tire temperature for each lap. And we'll just do lap laps 1 and 2 here, or sorry, laps 1 and 3, just to check them out as well. If we want to see how everything looked throughout the whole session, we can see that here. This lap really doesn't count because I was just messing around trying to get the pit straight here, or the pin entrance right. But you can see here that our tire temperatures maintained quite consistent throughout the session. And the summary, that's usually kind of boring because there's not much action going on, right? It's not a race, so you can't see the fuel. It looks like for each lap we lose about 8 liters of fuel. That's quite a lot. Temperature on the track was consistent, but that will change. Let's head into another session. But not before we start recording again. So we're going to go back to Automobilista 2, record a new session and start. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head into Automobilista. We're going to have a race. It's going to be a 15-minute race, but the time multiplier, how fast time goes by, is going to be very, very quick. So I think we can get a nighttime race in, or at least the race will convert to night and maybe into morning. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully not too poorly. All right, and let's head in. We'll hit a single race. Ooh, something we do want to change is the formation lap. We do not want to do a formation lap here because it's going to be like a 10-minute formation lap, and I really don't want to do that. Let's check the... No, the vehicle's fine. I want to try out as many opponents as I can. I want to see what the multi-class race looks like. Right now it's like trucks and Formula 1 and all sorts of other stuff, so I'm kind of curious. Let's try it out. I should be able to at least stay with my opponents. I'm not going to do a last to first here. I'm not going to like pull over to the side of the road or something and let everyone pass. I'm going to try to stay with my class. Normally I'll do something like on the very first lap, I'll pull over, let everyone pass and try it myself, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time.
The track temp is 39. The air temp is 28 Celsius. P4. Pit window opens after 1 minute.
Looks like we're in P4 to start.
Minutes. You'll need to get on with this.
I don't think we'll maintain that position. So looks like we're racing against DPIs and one other Porsche here. Oh, actually 2 other Porsches. And then we have the Formula Vintage cars, some Copa trucks down here, and some GT vintage cars. That'll be fun. We'll see how that goes. Let's head in.
15 minutes. You really need to get on with it. Here we go. Get ready.
Oh man, that's really scary.
Green, green, green.
I'm just gonna survive. That's my goal here for lap 1.
On your left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left. Left side. Still there. Still there.
Gonna sneak by here. Yep.
Hold your line.
Nope. I guess not.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
I kind of feel like I deserve some of that space, but okay.
Okay, Andreas. The pit window
Alright,
is
we're
now
on the straightaway.
On your left.
And it looks like we got some good split
left.
streams to go.
Left side. Clear left. Car
Look
left.
for our
Clear
markers.
left. Car left. Clear left. Left side.
That was
Still there.
a bit of a dive bomb, but
Hold your line. Clear left.
no mess, luckily.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
And looks like we're at the front of our pack. I think the multi-class situation here is what caused some of this drama. But I'm not complaining.
On your right. Clear right.
For our markers and brake.
Right side. Clear right.
and track temperatures are rising. Air temperature is now 30. The track temp is now 41 Celsius.
Hey, thanks for following Nick C. Really appreciate it. As I upshift way too early. Hopefully that's enjoyable. Seeing someone make mistakes. And there is the pit window. Yes, it is open. No, I'm not gonna do it. Not yet, anyway. Until I get called in.
Air and track temperatures are increasing. Air temp is now 32. The track temperature is now 43 Celsius.
Seriously, I'm gonna have to like follow a car into the pit just to see how they do it. 'Cause there's no way it can be that dangerous.
Well done, Andreas. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. P2.
So we have the race leader who we're trying to catch up to. I don't think that's going to happen, but we will do our best.
The gap to Tandy ahead is now 2.6.
2.6 seconds ahead.
Remaining 10 minutes.
And it looks like maybe getting dark soon. I'm not sure what time it is on track, but I can see the light fading. It looks like we are getting closer. Hello.
Okay, Andreas, you're reeling, tanding. The gap is now 0.6.
Gotta keep my cool here. We're looking for some markers on the left-hand side, up above. Gonna brake before. And let's just try to stick behind this P1 here so we can follow them onto the straight. I'm gonna ease up on the accelerator here. I just want to maintain pace behind them. It's taking a very different line from me, so I don't want to do anything unpredictable. They're pitting.
Okay, Andreas, that's half distance.
And that's where you pit. Okay.
Air temperature's falling. It's now 30 Celsius.
I felt like there was no way. I should have followed them into the pits actually, but I did not. Well, maybe we can get a clean lap in.
You're leading.
We'll definitely pass them, but did I choose the worst possible time to pit? Nighttime? And there's my lap done.
In this lap, box this
Yeah,
lap.
thank you for that. Okay. Yep, track limits. I know.
We'll be warned about track limits.
I should have definitely followed them into the pit. Because now I'm alone. This is a brand new track and I have no idea where I'm going in the daytime, and now we're heading into nighttime. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were
The gap
made.
to Bennett behind is now 11 seconds.
We're gonna brake early for pretty much everything. Light is fading, and we're heading into the night. Very lost. I have no racing glide. Hopefully I can still see the markers at night. Looks like I can. I really don't know how these drivers do it. I'm already panicking, and it's not even nighttime.
Just 5 minutes left. Hold your nerve. We can win this.
I sure hope so. No guarantees. Oh no. Okay, I'm supposed to box this lap.
Box.
And I have no idea where the pit is. That's not good. Okay, is it here?
Window
Oh
closes
no!
in 2 minutes. seconds.
I don't know where it is. This was a very poor decision on my part. I think that was it right there. Oh God, what am I doing? There's the cars. No, it's at the end of this. Ah, man. And there's my place gone. Well, if you wanted to watch a tutorial on how not to pit at LeMans, you're very welcome.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
You're very, very welcome. I just lost any time I had gained here.
Bennett behind is pitting.
What? That was so bad.
Glenta is now retired. The track temperature's decreasing.
At least I'm not retired, so that's good.
Celsius.
So,
Pit window closing in 1 minute.
am I in second or third? Probably third. Because we did have someone who pit before. Yep, there it is, third place. Alright, well, let's see what we can do.
Pit exit's clear. Push now. We might win this.
Win? How can we win? Jim, you are very optimistic. Misguided, but optimistic nonetheless. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Oh, we're on the straight already. Wow.
Gap to Bennett behind is increasing. It's now 6.7.
It's nighttime, so I'm kind
The
of
window is closed. That's 2 minutes left.
really out of my element right now.
Air temperature's decreasing. It's now 27
And I sure
Celsius.
will try.
You're coming up on a slower car.
This is definitely a slow car. Oh, no, he means the car's way up front. Alright, we're gonna try to sneak a pass in here.
Right
Defensive.
side. Still there. Clear right.
Trucks. Hello, trucks. What are you doing, trucks?
Car right. Clear
Can I
right.
sneak by? Yes. Yes, I can.
Slower cars ahead. These guys are fighting for position. The group includes their class leader.
Okay, so we're gonna try to use the trucks for slipstream and then pass them. And I believe that's our class leader up there. And I believe I'm about to go into the gravel. Nope. Okay. Held it somehow, miraculously. No, he's really far ahead. We only have one more lap, I think, but oh, what am I doing? This nighttime race just kind of throws you for a loop here. Gotta keep it together.
Air temps falling. It's now 17 Celsius.
Where are we going? Oh no. Keep it together. Oh. Oh man. Yep. Thanks.
You're reeling, Tandy in. The gap's now 4.8 seconds.
I think I might have one more lap to get something done.
P2, last lap.
Yep.
Bring it on home.
Alright. do our best.
Your rear brakes are hot. Your front brakes
Thanks.
are pretty hot now.
So there's basically no chance of me. Okay, let's just fight to maintain our position.
All right, Andreas. You just
There's
cut the
no
track.
way I'm getting P1 here. We'll let P1 drive off into the sunrise, I guess, not sunset. And we'll just focus on maintaining our P2. I'd be more than happy with P2 for my first race at Le Mans.
Air temps
What
rising.
is happening?
It's now 19 Celsius. Slower class
Is
car
that a
ahead.
chance at a... Okay. I don't know. This is looking kind of spicy. We're gonna be able to pull off something?
Okay, Andreas. You're reeling, tanding in. The gap is 1.4 seconds.
Will this end in catastrophe? Oh, he got stuck behind him.
On your right. Clear right.
That is
Slower
P1.
cars ahead. These guys will be fighting for
Let's
position.
use him
They
for
might not see
slipstream and
you.
get out of the way.
On your left. Clear left.
Oh, wow. How is this happening? Okay, but now I'm getting stuck behind him.
Car right. Clear
Wow.
right.
That was dangerous.
The gap to tanding behind is now 2.1 seconds.
Look for our markers. Take them very poorly. Just keep it on the track. He's right behind us.
Your front tyres are cold.
Oh man, are we gonna be able to hold on? I don't know. 2 seconds behind.
Air temps increasing. It's now 23 Celsius.
Take it easy through here. No! Oh. That's what I get for looking in the mirror. Just gotta take it easy. Just hold on. Oh, he's coming. I think we got him.
Nice one, Andreas. Great win. You deserved that today.
That was intense for
Car
me.
right. Clear right.
I have no idea how I managed to get in front of him.
Car left. Clear left.
Oh man, that was rough. So that was just 15 minutes. I could not imagine 24 hours of that. It's just, and full speed all the time. I just can't. That's too much. All right, I think we are good to go here. We're gonna pull off to the side and skip our cooldown lap. View the replay and save it. That was just a mess. Lap 1. I have no idea how I didn't come out at the very last bit of the grid there. That was pretty intense. All right, so we have some data, which is good. So now we're going to take it over to Power BI. We're going to stop our Sim Racing Telemetry gathering. Let's hit stop there. And now we have a third session. If we open that, we'll see it's a race. Yep, there it is on the top right, a race. We have pit laps. We have a fastest lap. We have invalidated laps where I went off basically. So the only recorded lap was this one here, 341, which was my fastest lap anyway. So, hey, sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to export that to CSV. We'll wait for it. Oh, no. Let's try again. There we are. Okay, and then we're going to save it as this Porsche 963. Instead of test or hot laps, we're just going to say this was a race. And hit OK. And now we are good to go with Sim Racing Telemetry. We're going to hop back into Power BI, save this report as something else. So instead of hot laps, we'll say race. And then we right click on the data area, right click on this data set and say edit query. And since we keep all our names the same, we're going to hop to the source and we're going to change this hot laps to race. Then we're just going to click the checkbox and wait for the data to load. It looks like it loaded just fine. Otherwise, we would have gotten an error. I'll show you what that looks like. I'll add like a 1 to this and then hit the checkbox again. And you'll see that it can't find the file. So I'm going to remove that one, then hit the checkbox. Our data loads. So something I really want to take note of is the track length is different from the last time we used the track length. I've been using the track length to build a flag that says, did I complete the lap or is it a completed and full lap? And basically what I say is the maximum distance traveled for that lap equal to about 13,600. If it is, then it's a complete lap. If it's not, then it was just like a half finished lap, or I quit in the middle of that lap. So I'll hit close and apply here. Actually, no, before I do that, I'm going to change this data set to underscore race. Hit enter. And now I'll close and apply. And now we should have way more interesting data in this first page because it was an actual race. There we are. So here we started lap 1. Our highest race position was position 2, P2. Then we led for 2 laps. This was our pit lap, so we got back into second place, and then we finished lap 5 with P1. You can see the fuel by lap as well. It looks like for each lap, I lost about 9 liters or so. Yep, about 9 liters. And the track temperature, you can see here when it turned to nighttime, this was the lowest track temperature here, 30 degrees, and then it rose as the day went on, or as the sun rose. If we want to switch that to imperial, we can. Showing in gallons, I lost about 2 gallons per lap, from 24 to 22, 20, 18, etc. and then the temperature went from about 110 degrees to 86 degrees at its lowest, and then back up as the sun rose as well. Switch back to metric, and we can see our brake and throttle. I went ahead and added some filters here. On the left, that lap filter I really like, so I added it to all the pages. We can see our tire temps were really, really hot, lap 2, and then they kind of ease back down as the road surface cooled down as well. But you can see this was probably one of my most intense laps, lap 5, where our brake temperatures were pretty high. They're the highest of the race, including lap 3. Lap 3 was also pretty high. So it's interesting to see how that went. Looks like I was pushing it quite a bit in lap 5 as well. My average throttle was 76%, while lap 2 was 75%. So it looks like I was pushing it the more comfortable I got. Even here, you can technically see that lap 3 and 4 were nighttime because I had to back off the throttle a lot more. I was very unfamiliar with the conditions, so that's pretty cool to see too. And for our lap and sector times, if we include all the laps, except lap 6, I don't really care to include lap 6. Let's do that. Our lap times, looks like lap 2 won. Everything else was, these two were pit laps, so those don't really count. And then lap 5, I was just trying to maintain P1 and went off the track a couple times. So it looks like our absolute best lap was this 341. So that's really good here. And then 406, 405, and then back to 345. All right, so that's a quick summary of our race data for Le Mans in Power BI. I'm going to save that and I'll publish it out. Let's go ahead and publish it to our new workspace, the data-driven sim racing workspace. And it's done publishing, so we're just going to go ahead and open it. And there's our report. Now we can just interact with it and try to get some strategies for next time. I think just pushing it, maintaining something like lap 2 and analyzing lap 2 is probably what I want to do, because that was my best performing lap out of all of my laps. So I want to look at everything I did at lap 2 and try to replicate that for future sessions, including maintaining P1. And good news, we found a pit entrance, so we won't have to worry about that, hopefully, for our next sessions. But I'm glad we were able to see this data, and a huge thanks to Sim Racing Telemetry for making their software in such a way where brand new tracks are added from one day to the next and brand new cars are added from one day to the next, and their software just immediately picks them up and allows me to check my sessions. So thanks again for joining me. Thanks to Nick C for following, and I hope to see you all in the next time. Hope you all have a great new year. Thanks.